Welcome to 31 days of summer barbecue. Day 1, burger. Now we have tons of barbecue recipes coming out over the next month. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss a trick and you catch every single one. Let's get it. Now, if we're talking burgers, we gotta talk slaw. And if we're talking slaw, I like my slaw pickled. So we're gonna make some quick pickles, or quickles, if you will, to go on top of this stunning barbecue burger. Take your cucumber, we're just gonna slice that straight in half. Grab a spoon and just drag that down the seeds. Now we've got that de-seeded half of cucumber, we go down onto the board and then slice through. Keep them quite thick into a bowl. Cabbage. I love white cabbage in my slaws, so take that down to the board and get that in half. We're just going to take the root out and just slice that down. Again, not too thin, not too thick. Next up, onions. I love the flavour of raw onion. Not too harsh, but it brings a subtle sweetness and a little bit of astringence that is amazing in this slaw. So take your onion onto the board, half, skin off, and then we finally slice that in. That goes into the bowl with the cabbage and the cucumber, waiting for the heat. And that's gonna come in the form of these stunning jalapenos. Slice through. And the next stage is exactly this: spice, flavor, fragrance. That comes in the form of cumin seeds, goes straight over the top, then fennel seeds, coriander seeds, just get those straight in, and finish with my favorite, nigella seeds. Give that a good old stir around and then set it to one side while we make our pickle. Get a medium pan onto the heat, and we're just gonna add a good glug, about 100 grams, milliliters of white wine vinegar. That goes straight in the pan. Start to bring it up to heat, and following that, we go in with the water. Because we've got all those spices and aromats in our packed jar, ready for that pickle to be poured on top, all I need to do is add a little bit of salt and a pinch of sugar. Now the sugar is gonna balance the sweetness, the salt is gonna help season and break down the vegetables. The acidity is where that punch is coming from. With all the spices in that jar, you're looking at an amazing quick pickle slaw, which is perfect on this burger and in your burger sauce. Pour that boiling hot liquor all over the top until you've got something that is full to the brim, and then you're just going to push that down, making sure it's completely covered and the pickle can start to do its job and get in and amongst all of those vegetables. So that now can go to one side. Make this at the start of the week, keep it in your fridge, make it 3 days before, have it en place. This is a great little jar of flavour to have in your fridge whenever you need it. Now, a burger and bacon are like brother and sister. You can't have one without the other. But I don't like crispy bacon that falls all over the place. Although it has a great flavour, what I want is a bacon hit of sweetness, and that's going to come in the form of this stunning bacon jam. First thing, garlic. Down to the board, and we're very simply just slicing through. You can't have garlic without onion, so same thing. Down to the board, and then we just very thinly slice. Now all our onions and garlic are sliced up, ready for the pan. We've got to talk about the pièce de résistance, and that's the bacon. This bacon is smoked and it's treacle cured. It's from H.G. Walter, which is a supplier in London, and it's absolutely stunning. You can see the rivers of fat running through this thing. It's thick, it's dry, it's got an amazing flavour and an amazing smell. So as if you're making bacon lardons, you take the strips down to the board and cut across to make beautiful little bacon battens. Now these can be as big or as small as you want. I like them quite small, so the consistency of the jam isn't too offensive. Now we've got a large frying pan onto the stove. What we're gonna do, put that on a medium heat and get all this stunning bacon into the pan. Melt it down in a medium heat. This will take a while. The fat will render out. That fat will then heat up and start to crisp and brown that bacon. We've been cooking this down now for about 10 minutes. That sort of sweaty bacon is starting to turn into this beautiful, deep, dark, caramelized bacon. There's no onion in there yet. We're just getting those first stages of caramelization good before we add onion, because onion has got a higher sweetness level and it isn't as protected by the protein of the bacon, so it can burn easy. So get your bacon to this stage where it's lovely and blonde, starting to caramelize, and then we'll take the onion and that goes straight into the pan. Now the pan will cool down at this stage. The onion's just gone in there. It's starting to release its moisture, continuously stirring. 10 minutes has passed and you've ended up at this stage. It's deep, it's dark. The bacon is crispy. The onion is golden brown and caramelized. We're ready to add the next things into this pan. And that starts with sugar. Following the sugar, we've got cider vinegar. Sweetness of apple, a good punch of acidity. You might have guessed the next one. Bacon, onion, garlic. We've got to have some maple. This is organic maple syrup, absolutely delicious, packed full of depth and flavor. That goes straight in the pan. We've got the salt from the bacon. We've got the sweetness from the maple. We're gonna add something that you might not expect in a bacon jam, and that is strong coffee. 100 mils of this goes in to bring bitterness, to bring a little bit of balance throughout all that fatty, salty, sweet goodness that's going on in there at the moment. It acts as a base that reduces down and really gives this bacon jam a bag full of character. Let this reduce for about 20 minutes. Again, don't go too far away from it. Keep it on a medium-high heat, stir it every now and again, and just allow that sugar, that coffee, that maple to reduce down into the sticky goodness that will coat that beautiful bacon and onion and create our stunning deep bacon jam. That's just going to go on the side and we'll get on with the sauce. Now for making burger sauce, you've got to use the pickles that you've already made because they're full of fragrance and full of sweetness. So just pop these open, get a good fistful out onto your board. You take your knife and you just hache through. And we're looking to chop this up just so they disperse out evenly throughout the burger sauce. Give the maximum amount of flavor. Stick them straight in a bowl. Now the base for this burger sauce is kind of like a Big Mac sauce, but a little bit different. Once the quickles are in, we're gonna go mayonnaise, a good squirt, good old bit of ketchup, American mustard, onion powder, dried dill, an amazing ingredient to go into burger sauce that not a lot of people know about. Garlic, powdered, good hit of vinegar. Last but not least, smoky paprika. Absolutely stunning. Give that a bloody good mix. And that's it, an absolutely stunning, punchy burger sauce done. Now, when you're making burgers, it's important to get to this stage before any protein touches the grill, because as soon as that burger starts cooking, it's a ticking time bomb between perfection and dryness. So even before I've got the burgers going, I like to toast my buns, because they can just sit on the side ready while your burgers are getting the heat. Down onto your hot grill, we're talking 30 seconds, 20 seconds, just get a bit of colour. Beautiful bar marks, and that's all they need. Now, the pièce de résistance, the main event. I've got these stunning ground Wagyu burgers from H.G. Walter. They're a London supplier, a London butcher, so if you don't live in the London area, please work with your local butchers to get the best meat you can get your hands on. Now the coals are white hot. This thing is seriously pumping out some heat. So I've got to be quick when I handle these burgers. They go straight down onto the grill, bit of salt, straight on. Cooking burgers fast and hot is the name of the game. You've got to be over them, you've got to understand where the temperature is on that grill, have everything ready beforehand so you're not messing around last minute, and just give your full attention to those patties. So at this stage, we flipped them twice. The flames are coming up, they're licking the burgers, we're getting that stunning little bits of caramelized meat on the outside. We're getting these beautiful little squares of cheddar, and they're just going straight on top. Now this could be American cheese, this could be gorgonzola, this could be brie, whatever you fancy, stick it over, and then the lid comes down, and now we're at the final stages of cooking. The cheese is melted, that beef is perfectly cooked. Just get them off, stick them on a tray while you build your burger. We've got our burgers cooked, they're hot, they're caramelized, the cheese is melted, it's good to go. All the mise en place is ready, our burger sauce, our bacon jam with the maple, the coffee, the cider vinegar. All that's left to do is build. Now before you start building your burger, you want to be conscious of how wet things are. So get yourself a little bit of paper towel and just drain off your quickles just while you build the rest of the burger. We get our sauce down onto the bun, then top with one of these stunning Wagyu burgers. A little bit of our bacon jam. This is the sweetness, this is the roundness. It's going to carry that tartness from the cheese, the freshness of the pickles, and then those beautifully drained quick pickles go straight on top. Another bit of burger sauce on the top of the bun, and that's finished. Again, you can get all of this done days in advance. The burger sauce will sit happily in your fridge for 5 days, as will the quickles, as will the jam. The burger patties you get is completely up to you. I like thinner ones. They create a little bit more surface area for the flavor. They're a quicker cook and they stay juicier in my opinion. That's my stunning barbecue burger with quick pickles, bacon jam, and an amazing burger sauce. And I go.